Oh, it is on. It is on. Shalom, fam. Welcome back to the channel. It's the 4th of July. Laughing emojis. Yeah. Yeah, y'all.
Shalom, shalom, guys.
The 4th of July.
Yeah, like the video if you think that's a funny title, because she did that. I'm like, what? What'd you just say? And yeah, I thought it was pretty funny.
Yeah.
So yes, welcome, guys. Thanks for tuning in. Make sure you like the video, smash that like button, and share the video because we're gonna be talking about Fourth of July,
Yeah.
and it's the truth.
Yeah.
The truth is coming out, and that's what it is. Like, do you believe the lie or do you not?
Ooh, are you stuck in the lie?
Yeah, like really,
The Matrix lie.
really, that's what it is. That's really what it is. So I hope you guys can understand the lie.
Of Independence Day,
Yeah,
1776,
yeah,
when my people were still enslaved.
yes,
And so we commemorate a day of when our people were still enslaved in the modern day Babylon the Great, Mystery Babylon.
yes. Shalom, family. Shalom, welcome. Make sure you like the video if you're in the chat. Um, when you tune in, like the video, share, and we get started.
Yeah, and try as hard as possible not to believe the lie just because you want some barbecue hamburgers, barbecue hot dogs. You can have barbecue any day of the week. It don't have to be the 4th of July, okay?
Hmm.
Because we gotta start making sense of stuff. After 400 years, I don't understand why people still do these Independence Day barbecues and they say it's because I want to see my family. Y'all can't see your family any other time.
Yeah, like for us, we stopped doing a lot of stuff, but once we really start to realize the truth, like waking
Seven
up to
years
the
ago,
truth 7 years ago, we stopped doing what? New Year's.
Christmas.
Let's start from the beginning. New Year's, Martin Luther King Day, Valentine's Day. Um, what's in March? Um,
St. Patrick.
St. Patrick's Day.
Why they have all these days?
Um, April Fools. Um, what's in May?
Memorial Day,
Memorial Day. What's in June?
Father's Day,
Yeah, Mother's Day, Father's Day,
4th of
um,
July
Fourth of
Day.
July. Pride Month now. Um, what else? What's in August?
Nothing.
There's something.
No.
Kevin Hart Day or something like that. I swear they just be doing random stuff now.
Yeah, they have like every day is a day for something, and that's
Yeah,
just
we don't do
life.
birthdays. We just praise the Most High, give thanks to the Most High, make sure our children understand the importance of you know the day they was born. But yeah, we don't do birthdays, Christmas, Halloween, none of it.
Yeah, you save a lot of money that way too.
Yeah.
You keep your money and you live an affordable life because a lot of people facts. David said in the comments, these holidays be built. These holidays are bills. They're consumerist. You might as
Hmm.
well just call it consumer worship days, where you just devote, thousands and thousands of dollars to buying all these things to make American corporations, European American corporations happy, because that's what that is.
Yeah.
And so we were talking earlier, and I had this question. I wanted to know, why is it that slaves, our ancestors, when they were in America, when they were first brought over on the ships, how come they lived to be 105, 110 years old? And people today,
Hmm.
every day, like people today are dying early,
Yeah.
okay? Middle age, 50s, 40s, dying. Why is it that in actual physical slavery, yoke on your neck, working in the cotton fields, or being the house person that was in the house attending to, whoever was in the house, why
Hmm.
did they live longer?
Yeah. And my question was, or I guess my response to that, I was like, dang, that's really deep. That's something to think about. Is was physical slavery better than mental slavery?
Ooh, that's a hard question.
Like, you really got to think about that. I know both of them is like something to talk about,
Yeah.
but mental slavery is very, very hard to get away from, especially now. Physical slavery, I guess you getting sun, getting exercise.
Phew,
I don't know.
exercise. Whew.
Yeah, I don't want
You
to. I
about
don't
to
want to
take
put
me
it.
there.
Yeah. Yeah, but yeah, that's something to think about. That's something that came up, and it was like, man,
Mhm.
that's that's something like to really think about
Yeah.
because people are like our people are really dying at an early age,
Yeah.
getting sick and stuff, especially with all the vaccines and just the food in general.
The stress.
The
What?
what what did I send you? The maggot milk
That's horrible. Then
from
Bill Gates say he
yeah
wanted to feed that to people
Bill Gates is starting to make maggot milk.
just in case you're hungry.
Yeah, just in case you want to supplement regular cow's milk or like rice milk or oat milk or something, you can have maggots.
Who thinks like this?
Yeah.
These aren't wise decisions.
So yeah, it's just
Oh
all poison.
gosh.
Like it's a lot of poison that they try to feed us. So you have to realize like, yeah, it's not good. It's really not.
And it just shows how important your mental fortitude is. Like your mental fortitude, living a stress free lifestyle is your livelihood. If you're not sane, if you're not healthy in your mental space, then what are you doing? When our ancestors lived longer lives, stayed married longer, had more children under physical slavery. And yet, we're in modern day free time celebrating Independence, 4th of July Day. Our people have the lowest marriage rates that we've ever had,
Mm-hmm.
period.com. And we don't have as many children as we used to, period.com. And we are living in a system accepting LGBT, all these things. And so it's really the destruction. It's almost as if you have to admit that mental slavery is worse. Because if we continue on that trajectory in America, we will not be in existence.
Really? Yeah.
If you don't marry and repopulate, there won't be any more of you. I don't know if people know that. Do people know that? It's a real simple. It's really simple.
Yeah, and they got the agenda for women too, not to have babies, not they just want to focus on their career, and then they have a family
Yeah.
when they're what
48.
40, 50.
Yeah.
That's crazy to think about.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, we really got to start thinking in the future. We got to think about what's what is to come and where America is heading.
Yeah, and go. You really got to go back to the ancient days. Genesis is real simple. The first command that people don't even realize was the first command was be fruitful and multiply and subdue the earth.
Hmm.
But America, they don't want you to do that. They don't want you to know to do that. You should be working 40, 50, 60 hours a week for some corporate giant for them to steal your retirement when you're 65. Then you look back on your life like, oh, I just wasted my entire life. I saw a quote today on Instagram that says nobody on their deathbed ever says, "Oh, I wish I would have worked more hours at the office." Like nobody thinks that. I wish I would have just stayed at that 9 to 5 another 30 years. Like that's not going to be your thought when you're on your deathbed. You're going to be wondering, why didn't I just take a chance and stop being so fearful?
Hmm.
Why didn't I just visit Africa? Why didn't I just spend more time with my children or my husband? Why didn't I just spend time enjoying life and get out of the office instead of literally being in modern day slavery to these corporate giants? And the corporate giants love it because, being a wage slave, that makes them rich. They're like, well, as long as you work, and then, the CEOs, they getting paid 10 million. Everybody else, they getting paid what, $18 an hour?
Right? That's minimum wage. That's not even 100,000. And I think now you gotta like just for a single person in America. Let me know if I'm wrong. Let me know if I'm right, guys. If you know about this, let me know in the comments. That you have to make like 100,000, 110,000 or something, just to really survive and I, I don't even want to say thrive,
To
but
be considered middle class?
yeah,
Well, somebody said it was actually, I think it was a video I was watching of this ex spy for the CIA. She was saying that America will soon, oh, actually, it was a different video. Sorry. It was somebody else, different video.
150.
But there was this video where somebody was talking about how America is going to be a third world country to the point where you're going to have this gap between high class and low class, or the middle class is going to be obsolete. Like there's going to be no middle class. It's either you have resources or you don't. And a lot of these countries outside of America are like that, and that is coming to America. You can already see it. Even if you don't believe it's happening, you can just go on TikTok and see all of the dozens and hundreds and thousands of people complaining that they cannot afford their bills, and that on top of not affording their bills, we saw one recently. Actually, somebody said they had a 740 credit score. They wanted to move into an apartment and got denied
And made way more than
three
what
times,
they required.
but they were denied
That's
because
crazy.
they wanted like 5 to 7 times.
Yeah. So think about that, guy. Look, yeah, we was talking about this when we heard that. I'm like, dang. So if we were in America, if our family, if my family
Hmm.
was in America,
Hmm.
like if we were in America,
Yeah.
we'd be homeless.
According to their, yeah.
According, yeah,
Unless you're going to go work 60 hours a week.
exactly. Because
Both parents got to work 60
yeah,
hours a
I know
week.
in America we have 5 children, and I think you gotta have like some kind of they're not gonna accept. Um, how can I put it? You gotta explain it a little bit.
What?
There, like for a big family, you gotta have at least like 4 or 5 bedrooms or
Oh,
six
yeah.
bedrooms
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
just for our family.
Yeah.
So like,
Yeah.
man, we gonna have to get like a big old house,
Yeah.
a 7 bedroom house.
Make sure you work 80 hours a week for it. It'll be okay.
Yeah, we
Send
gotta
your
make
kids
like
to school.
12,000, at least 12,000 a month.
Send your kids to school, and then it'll be all right. That's what they want you to do, so that you're so stressed, so busy, then you make it halfway through your life, you got high blood pressure, you about to pass out on the job. My dad used to tell me this
That's
story. This is
crazy.
going to sound crazy, y'all. This was back in, oh, this was like 2010 maybe. He would tell me this story how at his job at AT&T in corporate America, like every year these people would go crazy, and I'm going to tell you how they went crazy. There was somebody on his job, it was a married couple, they both worked there, but they had got their retirement taken from them, and they were like doing these little microaggressions. By the way, these are not black people, these were white people. Okay. And so they would do these little microaggressions. The woman, she snapped and she stripped down naked and stood on the tables in the office. Like that's the type of insanity America drives people to.
That's wild.
And our people will stay and defend it, to the death of it, because nobody knows why. They don't know why. Well, it goes back to that mental slavery. They're in mental chains.
Yeah, yeah. So if you're watching this, please get out mental slavery. Um, even us, like we're not perfect. We're not fully out of it. Until Yahusha return and be perfect. But yeah, it's a struggle. But if you notice, like you still want to celebrate Fourth of July and stuff, and you still want to celebrate Christmas and stuff, that should kind of tell you something.
Yeah. You should care enough about stuff to look at the origins and really think critically and ask, okay, why am I celebrating these things? Why am I doing these things? Where does this come from? What does this mean?
Yeah.
Because we have to want to be intentional with everything that we do, especially in the age of AI. I always talk about this in business, like our creativity is going to be killed and slaughtered and done away with if we don't try to do things intentionally and use our divineness as humans the way the Most High created us to be. If we
Mm.
try to be convenient and cut all these corners that don't even need to be cut, if we try to just have this consumerist, lazy lifestyle, then people are going to reap the rewards of it. And that's reality. And the reward of that is poverty. The reward of laziness in Proverbs is that the sluggard that doesn't want to work doesn't eat. That's the book. That's the word. That look, that's the word. And so you have to start to ask yourself, am I really being intentional about what I'm doing? By the way, we have 51 people in the room and I see 20 likes. Can we get like 15 more likes, please? if you think this content is interesting. If not, I understand. But if you think it's interesting, but yeah, it's like we have to begin to be intentional and go back to the ancient paths, as we're always saying. Go back to minimalism, go back to
Mhm.
understanding what life is really about. And you can do it in small steps. It's not something that you just do all at once.
Yeah. What is what is life? Is it living or dying?
Oh, right. Think about it. That mortgage, the death note, for what? Be strapped to a 35, 40-year mortgage. People would be happy about that because the bank, they got their communications marketing together and said, oh, guess what? It's going to be 40 years.
Yeah. And after 5 years, we're gonna increase a lot of stuff.
Like, no, that's not a good thing. Seeing life in Africa and life outside of America, we've really learned how people do not have these systems and rely on debt to that extent outside of America.
Mm.
Like they may do like, if anything, I've seen like a 10-year mortgage in this country, but even in like Tanzania, even in other places we've been, they don't even do mortgages like that. Like you got to have the cash up front.
Yeah, just buy it.
You got to have the cash. If you don't, you need to have a third of the cash and then pay it off quickly, which is how it should be. Now, from a consumerist American mentality, you would think, oh no, I need 40 years. No, you shouldn't be doing something to the death of you. If you don't have the money for it, you don't need it, or else you're putting yourself in slavery because the borrower is
That's
always
true.
going to be a slave to the lender. So
Yeah.
that's scripture. That's Deuteronomy. I didn't write these things. That's scripture. That's what the word says. The borrower is a slave to a lender. And so if you want to be free, if you say you want to move to Africa, if you say you want to, have more resources in America, or you want to find a way to be free, start really looking at the Most High's laws about
Mm.
laziness, about being enslaved to people, because it's all written in the book. And once you follow those commands, you start to see, oh, life becomes so much easier. Like it
Exactly.
wasn't supposed to be this difficult.
Yeah, yeah. I was thinking about that earlier today. How like in America, we're so like really messed up that we can't trust each other. But here in Africa, you expect people to do the right thing, the righteous thing.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
you're not gonna expect. Oh, they probably not even going. You know, um, just okay. Just a quick story. Just how like we take our bag in the store and stuff. In
mm-hmm.
America, somebody following us, checking everything, like,
Mm-hmm.
oh, did he put something in his bag?
Mm-hmm.
But here, it's not like that.
Everybody's just
They just
calm.
be like, and of course, we're not like that. We're not gonna steal. Just like if just say the other day, Josiah, our son Josiah, he picked up a toy and he took it past the cash register, and I'm like, no, put it. You got to give it to her. We can't do that.
Mm-hmm.
That's just the righteous thing to do. That's just the right thing to do. So, but in America, it's different. It's a different mindset. So it's
Yeah, it
just
is.
like, man, it's really that mental slavery of not trusting each other, not really being around that environment or being in that environment where people is and are doing the right thing.
Right, right. Yeah. Because it's like you can only be so close to wickedness for so long before it also encompasses you.
Exactly. Like really, really.
You can only be in proximity to it for so long, because the reality is you become like, if you have a group of four friends, you are the culmination of those four people around you. It's
Hmm.
very, very important that you're around righteous people, that you're around a righteous or somewhat righteous
Environment, just
institution,
yeah.
environment, because that stuff, it starts to just, and you can see it where you see like those weird YouTube and TikTok videos of black moms that are like teaching their kids, oh yeah, go steal. I saw a crazy video like that. I was like, this is retarded. Like this don't make no sense, promoting their toddlers to go steal at Walmart. It's like, where have we fallen from? Like in decades before, we were not like this. It really goes back to like comparing our generation to the generations that were in slavery, to the generations that dealt with Jim Crow, sharecropping, the civil rights movement, the Roaring Twenties, all of those things. And it's like they got it this time. They didn't have us in chains back in slavery because our mental
Mm.
state was still free. Our mental state was okay. I'm still gonna be repentant. I'm still going to try to follow the Most High. I'm still going to try to stay
Mm.
married. I'm still going to try to raise children, do all of these right things, even though they were suffering from a judgment. But the state of Black Americans today, especially when you travel and see how other nations of African people act, and you start to look back like,
Yeah, we are
oh,
literally crazy. We are mentally insane.
yeah. And it's all because, we just keep living in that society and loving it. Like
Yeah.
McDonald's, I'm loving it. You just loving it. like, like,
Like
gosh,
Mickey
when you gonna
D's,
stop
huh?
loving it?
Like Mickey
It's
D's.
like that movie. They cloned Tyrone. Like, just eat when they. What were they doing with the chicken? They were eating the chicken, cracking
That
up.
was fun. Yeah.
We didn't watch that again.
It's
That
so
was funny.
but it's the truth though. It's so
Yeah,
true. Like the fun, like you gotta laugh sometimes. But that movie was funny. But
it
it
was
was so
so
true.
bad
It
that
was
it
the
was just
truth.
like, oh man. They were sitting there in that chicken spot, just eating the chicken. Then they just started laughing crazily, like, and that's really how our people are. Like, we just mentally, we're just not there, just not there at all. And not only, I have to say, it's not only Black Americans, it's white Americans too. It's just something with Americans, this like whatever spirit they put over America, whatever is in the food, the culture, whatever it is, it just has people insane. I don't know any way to say it where Americans can go to other countries and realize, oh, the whole world isn't like us. And we are very aggressive people and we are very complaint filled people. The amount of times that Americans complain overseas is an atrocity. It really is. It's a huge atrocity and disservice to humanity, to be honest. It just does no service to anyone. It doesn't help you. It doesn't help the people you're being rude to. And it just looks foolish.
Yeah.
And so we implore everyone, if you get a chance, visit Costa Rica, visit
Just
Ghana,
outside of America.
Nigeria, Senegal, Botswana, South Africa. Visit somewhere so you can see what real humans are like. And I know that sounds strange, but seriously, like seriously, because the way that people interact outside of America, it's
Hmm.
like complete polar opposites.
Yeah.
It's so strange. Because coming from America, we come to these countries and we're like, oh, they're like 40, 50 years in the past. But it's like wait a minute.
Yeah.
Or maybe we're in a whole different dimension that we're not supposed to really be in.
Okay, we talking too deep now.
No,
You
for
make me
real. Like,
confused.
because it's
But yeah,
crazy.
you really gotta think like that now. Like, man, it's definitely different. It's like a big like it's like The Simpsons. I think it was an
It's like a
episode.
bubble, a
Yeah, they
matrix.
had like a bubble around the town and they couldn't get out. That's how
Oh, I
America
remember
is.
that episode. Dang. Yeah, it is like that.
Like it's really like that. Now, man, but once you get out, you
Yeah.
will understand what we're saying. So
Yeah.
I know Manta Lisa, she said tomorrow.
Congrats. Going to Africa tomorrow.
That's like, yes,
Look, that's your real independence, though. That's
yeah,
amazing. That's great. Enjoy
tomorrow.
your time. Remember that feeling? That was such a good
Right?
feeling. So
That's why I'm like,
exciting.
man, like, what are you doing right now? Why are you like,
That's
dang,
such a good feeling.
what are you doing right now?
Oh, excited. Like,
You
yes,
you
we're
got your
going to
bag packed and
Africa.
everything, like, you know?
Yeah, and it was during the pandemic for us.
Yeah.
We were still excited.
Yeah, I couldn't sleep. I couldn't sleep that night. I'm like, dang, tomorrow is the big day.
Yep. Wow. Great times. Good
Yeah,
times to look back on, man. So, look, we've had so many fun adventures in the motherland, but the one that takes the cake is that bus ride that was 16 hours long going through the mountains at 80 miles per hour.
you said that was fun.
I mean, it was memorable going through it. It wasn't that fun because the bus was so fast and we were literally like going through the clouds.
Oh.
But, looking back, I can appreciate it.
I think for me was driving a motorcycle on the mountain
Okay. Yeah.
with
That
you
did
on the
used to be
back,
fun. Yeah. We never thought we'd be doing so.
right?
I never thought I'd be on a motorcycle, especially a motorcycle. You driving a motorcycle, we
Right.
just going up the mountain 7,000 feet in the air.
You just learning. Look, I learned how to drive a motorcycle here on top of a mountain with my wife on the back of it.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm telling you, man, just living life, just growing in the Most High, growing in His Spirit, His Word, and teaching His children, teaching our children what life is really about.
Freedom.
Freedom.
Getting back to nature.
Yes.
Owning your time, not having some corporate white person owning your time. Can't wait to visit Africa. You're welcome. Yeah, you'll
Yeah,
love
please
it.
come on. Look, we
You
here.
should.
We are here, and you know we here.
Yes, en route to Tanzania. Yes. Oh, somebody's going to Kenya August. Okay. Y'all in here. Y'all leaving. All right. I see y'all. That's cool. Somebody said I've been to Abuja and Benin, Nigeria. All right. Okay. That's awesome.
Yeah, that's really
That's
awesome.
really awesome.
Hallelujah.
I see y'all. Everybody's well traveled, making their moves. That's good. Y'all know we love to hear that. Whatever country in Africa, we love to hear it. What countries do you guys suggest in East or Southern Africa should I look into as a 22-year-old?
Any country with good schools, like 22, like I'll say go to school.
Yeah, South Africa, Botswana, Namibia, Kenya. You could go in school in Tanzania. I mean, they have good schools all throughout Africa, Zambia. The options are pretty open for you.
Really?
Pretty open.
Yeah. Yeah. Let us know. Hit me up. Let me know when you get your passport. We can
That's
definitely talk
exciting.
about you coming to visit, coming to stay. We can give you a lot of information. So, yeah.
Yeah. Any other questions? I know in our last live we didn't answer questions because we were talking a lot.
Yeah, we just,
But they seemed like they had a lot of questions last time. We didn't get
yeah.
to them though.
If you guys are in here, make sure you like the video. Leave us some questions if you have any questions before we get off. Um,
Yes.
I feel like, oh,
And hit the like button, share,
where's your
subscribe.
phone at? It's right here.
How is life in Africa for you and the family? It's great. Right now it's a little cold, to be honest.
Yeah,
That's why I have this blanket on. It is a little cold. I wish I had a fireplace.
right.
But yeah, other than that, it's great.
That's why I'm sniffing. We know people that got colds and stuff.
It's winter in southern Africa.
Yeah, my nose, my throat. It's not cold though.
It's cold to me. It's cold.
It's like right now it'll probably be like 57, maybe 60.
That's cold.
Yeah, but we're not. I guess we're not used to it.
I'm
Been in
African. I'm
Africa
not used to it.
for
Nope.
4 years,
Mm-mm.
the heat and stuff. But now we here and yeah, it's not cold, but it's cold
It's
for
cold
us.
enough. Similar to when we were in southern Tanzania, it was super cold there as well and rainy.
Yeah,
And I think it was March. Yeah, it was pretty cold down there too. Okay, I'm going to try to be out there talking to something about something else. Peace, power, and blessings, fam. Finally caught alive. Yes, welcome. Have
and
you
stuff for
adapted to the
tuning
metric
in.
system? Ooh,
No,
I'm not great at math already.
we got like
I'm
apps on
not.
our. I got apps on my phone and stuff. Um, that helps. That really helps.
Yeah, I'm not great at
Currencies
math
and
already.
yeah.
It's not Ohio cold, no.
Yeah, it's not
Ohio
Ohio
cold is,
code, but
ooh.
that's what I'm like. It's
I
really
don't know how
not
I used to
cold.
survive in Ohio.
But yeah, people
Ohio gets
here they
cold.
got big North Face jackets and stuff.
Coats,
I'm like, dang, is it really that cold? To them, it is, but
to me
for us,
too.
it's like, it's cold, but it's not Ohio cold.
Yeah, Ohio, that was treacherous. Oh man. Man, we had that one snow when I was in second grade. It took out the power for 2 weeks. We were snowed in. But my house, we had a fireplace. I don't know if y'all remember. It must have been 2004. 2 whole weeks snowed in. 2004. Somebody said, I'm from Seattle. I hear it rains a lot in Seattle, or at least that's how they pan it out to be in the movies. That's how they pan it out. Does it get Arizona hot in Tanzania? I haven't been to Arizona, but we knew a few people who had been there, and they said that Arizona hot was hotter than Tanzania. They compared it to being like when you open an oven, I guess, and it's just like the heat. I can't even imagine heat like that. The heat is just like super intense in Arizona. So if you're from Arizona, let me know if that's true. Because who is celebrating birthdays during slavery? I just rode by y'all's old house. Wow. Wow. Nostalgia. That's funny. Arizona is hot like Dubai hot. Okay, Dubai is super hot like that too. Wow. Yeah, I guess they are both deserts. I hear that Arizona is affordable though. Is that true? Wow. I always wanted to visit Arizona though because it seemed like such a interesting place. And New Mexico. Are Arizona and New Mexico interesting? It just seems like it's like not even part of them, or at least me coming from Ohio, it just seemed like something that was so exotic and different. We're talking about how Arizona heat is hotter than Tanzania.
Oh yeah, yeah. Sorry about that. Our neighbor's alarm was going off. I'm like, is that our alarm?
Which neighbor? This way or that way?
That over there.
Oh.
Yeah. I'm sorry. Did you? I'm not sure where you
It
were.
used to be not no more for 3 bedroom homes. You're paying 400,000. Yeah, this housing market crash stuff is like insane,
Yeah.
insane. Have fun and enjoy your stay in the motherland. Thanks, fam. They did clean up the area over there. Oh, that's good to hear. That's excellent. Yeah, because in 2019, 2020, it was like, child.
Mhm.
Claudia says there's nothing to do in New Mexico. Oh, man. I was telling them that I wanted to visit Arizona and New Mexico when I was in America because it seemed like it was just like exotic coming from Ohio.
Yeah.
Always just wonder what was over there. But she said nothing's there, just land. The music is always the problem. Yeah, we forgot to mention that.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Music is. Oh, when you really think about it, that's the adversary.
It's dangerous.
Very dangerous.
Dangerous. How does GPS in the mall work with no addresses in Africa?
It
You
it,
just try your best.
it just works. I don't know. It really just
You just
works.
try your best.
They have Google Maps and stuff. Go on the internet, type in stuff, see what's
Sometimes it'll be
around.
accurate, sometimes it won't.
Yeah.
You just go with it. Usually you'll have to ask someone, unless it's like a main city. If it's a main city, it's usually pretty accurate. But once you get out to like a different suburban or a country area, then you have to ask people around. Y'all know ways to make money on your laptop or passive income? Yeah, we have lots of videos on it. You can do graphic design, you can be a freelance writer, you can be a coach or consultant, you can teach English online, you could teach math online, you could teach art online.
You know what I saw? I mean, it just depends on what you believe and stuff. But you better open you a what's it called? Shopify,
Mm-hmm.
Shopify store, and sell wigs.
I'm done!
For real, people.
Oh my gosh!
We don't really agree with that, but I heard some people be getting
It's
some
so
money.
wigs.
I'm like that. I mean, that makes sense though.
Oh gosh.
Like, man, those wigs be expensive, and they probably sell out every week.
You were funny.
Stuff like that. You really gotta
I did
think
not
about it.
expect you to say that.
You gotta think about like just say like iPhone chargers and stuff. Like,
Drop shipping.
yeah, drop shipping.
Yeah, it depends what you're into, what you like to do.
Yeah,
Yeah, because there's a lot of different ways. It really just depends on what you like to do. The Grand Canyon, Petrified Forest, Sunset Crater, and Mount Graham are a few places to visit in Arizona. Okay, I've never heard of any of those except the Grand Canyon. That's interesting. Google Maps works good in Nigeria. Oh, okay. That's interesting. Nigeria is pretty developed though, isn't it?
Yeah.
Somebody let me know. My Nigerian folks, let me know.
He said I put a
Monica
wig
says,
on
I
a
thank y'all for your
pig
channel.
and a
Y'all bless you all. Thanks, sis.
coat on a goat.
Tenfold blessings to you
Who is
too.
it?
My ancestry traces from West Africa based on my research. Ghana and South Africa are most ideal for my living preferences. Yeah, yeah, those are like top two for the diaspora. Ghana and South Africa for sure, because you know that the systems are going to work. You see people that have went there and made it work, and so that's a tall tale sign. Kenya is more developed than Nigeria. Really? Kenya is more developed than Nigeria. But now Kenya is going down the drain. Right. Gotta be patient and see how these years pan out. But as of right now, safe spots: Ghana, South Africa. Just look up the list of visa free countries for Americans. Those are the safe spots. And lowest
Yeah.
corruption countries. Those are the safe spots.
Exactly. Yeah.
They say Kenya is more developed than Nigeria.
Just gotta wait on it. Like Africa is growing, guys. Like really, really growing super fast. The next, I'll say 2 years. The
Yeah.
next 2 years, it's gonna be something different.
Yeah. I mean,
Like,
just looking on the past 3, 4 years, it's been super different. You've had different nomad visas roll out. You've had
mhm.
different uh like pathways being made for the diaspora and people coming to Africa. So it's interesting times in Africa. Then
Yeah,
Benin, they announced they're doing their citizenship.
yeah,
Nigeria had in the past said that they were doing a type of year of return. And so these things don't hit like CNN all the time, but just, just write little lists and pay attention and say, okay, just put a check mark by it. Like, okay, let me look into
hmm.
that.
Gotta do your research.
Yeah.
Good.
It's a great time to be alive and be
It
an
is.
African,
It is.
to see the awakening of the people and the flipping of the tables for the oppressors of the
Literally,
people.
literally.
It's a good time.
Yeah.
You can't complain. You
I
really
know. I
can't.
know that somebody said they're protesting and can't. I don't know. We don't want to talk about that.
Yeah, we're
Like
not sure
that's
what's going
yeah.
on.
But we know the word of the Most High is real. So that's what we know.
Yeah,
We don't like
it's
to
hard
talk
to
about
tell
a
what's
lot of
going
stuff.
on.
Yeah. Because it's like, what's really going on?
Yeah,
What's really going on?
yeah. Unless you really know, for us, unless we really know what's going on, we won't talk about it. While in Kenya, I had no problem with communication, but if you're going to live there, you should learn Swahili. Yeah, for
Mhm.
sure. For sure. Kenya and Tanzania, they should not hit CNN. Facts. Facts, for sure. Discretion shall guard you.
I say that this is what I guess what we see. The protesting is starting to spread all over Africa
In certain countries,
in certain
Ghana,
countries.
Zimbabwe, Malawi. Now, something to know about Tanzania: Tanzania is one of the most, if not the most, peaceful countries in Africa. And so you just usually you wouldn't see that type of thing in Tanzania just because the spirit of the people is very calm and very like Hakuna Matata, Hamna
It's
Shida, no
so yeah,
worries, we're good. Like that's just the culture there. So they're,
yeah.
typically they're just going to be very peaceful. Kenya has been ranked among the big 5 wealthy markets in Africa, having millionaires and billionaires, according to the 2024 Africa Wealth Report. For sure. Great
Hmm.
place for business. Shalom, family. You guys be on it. Much love. Much love to you, too. I'm not no African. Okay, I am. Google Factory. Greetings from Barbados. Looking to join you guys on the continent soon. Enjoying the work. Keep up the great work. Thank
Yes,
you,
you're welcome,
fam.
Karibu.
Yeah, enjoy Africa. It's so vast. And I'm going to keep saying it. I hope to be in Ethiopia sooner than later.
Yeah, yeah. You got to think about look up the biggest like which countries have the biggest investors that come to invest to. That can be a good tell sign too.
Yeah,
about
look at the geopolitical climate.
how well the country's going to be doing in the next. You got to think the next 2 years, 5 years.
Right, right. Yeah,
I'm not African.
for sure. You don't have to be African. Europeans in Kenya. Appreciate your honesty regarding Kenya. You are welcome. Why go to a place when they don't like you? We are indigenous to the Americas. I am liked and favored everywhere I go. So
Right? Yeah, because we
that
are
is
the
our
light,
testimony.
light everywhere we go. I'm telling you, like the other day, we was in the mall, and
Why
you know, the
you
kids was playing at the park and stuff, and she went over there to check on them, and she's walking back. Everybody was looking at her.
like,
All I see everybody every time she passed, everybody's looking like whoa, like
why you like
wow,
this?
she's so like it really just
Oh,
made me think
gosh.
like, man, people really be like blinded by the light
You're
because that's how they was
funny.
looking like, whoa.
Oh man. When you told me that, you caught me off guard. I didn't notice.
Yeah, yeah. It's not like we be looking at everybody like, are you looking at me? But everybody's looking at you like, who is this lady?
Yeah, we get favor everywhere we go, everywhere we step our foot. Now, you have to speak the word and positivity to receive that though. If you're somebody you always complain, you're always like, woe is me, victimhood mentality, victim central, then it's gonna be a hard time, and it probably already has been a hard time because of the complaints of the words of your mouth. Have you seen the protests in Kenya? You want to go there? Yes, I'd absolutely still want to go there. I don't think it's going to be a forever thing, just as protests in America don't take place forever and
Yeah.
always. I would absolutely still go.
Hmm.
It's just reported that the banks and dealerships have been hit with cyber attacks.
Yeah, I think I heard Walmart was hit, like their whole system was shut down.
They be tripping. Y'all better get into cybersecurity.
Ooh.
Look, y'all on the live like, what should we do? Get into cybersecurity?
But have you guys heard about what I know we did a live about Saudi Arabia with the people just
The
the heat wave
1,300.
and stuff, 1,300. Now there's another one in India. They was having some type of religious thing, and like more than 100 people got trampled and died and killed. So it's
Who they
like
get trampled by?
just the whole crowd.
The
It was
other
mostly like
people.
women and children.
Why'd they?
I don't know. I don't, you know, but that's very sad, and it just seems like it's a lot that's it's a lot of death that's happening.
I think foolishness is running rampant
Yeah,
in the
it's like
last days.
it's getting like very like crazy. Like
Because why would you trample over women and children?
I don't know, but
Like why?
it's like very like wow.
Just why? That's my question. Why? Then maybe y'all aren't the chosen people. The chosen people of the Creator are cursed now. Ain't nothing sweet with these new heathens. The chosen nation as a whole is cursed, but the elect are walking in the fruits of the Most High's blessing, according to Isaiah 54. Colorado. I have family in Colorado, but I never went to visit Colorado. I hear it's very beautiful. Somebody said that's why I don't like crowds. I don't like crowds either. If it's up to me, I'll just be away from most people, off on the mountains. Off on the mountains. She's not a foundational Black American. No wonder she's here talking crap. Okay.
Yeah, I don't want to be American either. Like America is a condition. It's not
Yeah.
even a nation. Like man, what is your nation? And once you get out of America, that's what people ask. Oh, what's your nationality? What's your nation? Like,
Yeah.
and Black American is not no nation,
No.
or African American is not a nation.
No.
Yeah,
It's a byproduct of the slave days.
yeah,
I be wanting to say I'm from Sierra Leone. I be
right.
saying
I
sometimes.
be saying that. You know me.
Hmm.
When people
Well, you
ask,
be saying you from Tanzania. You funny.
no, because they ask like, "Oh, where'd you come
I'm
from?"
like, you're
People
not
ask
from.
me, Where'd you come from? And I tell them the truth. That's the truth. We just came from Tanzania. They're like,
That's
oh,
not what
okay.
they meant.
I know, but I'm answering their question.
Oh
And
gosh,
if they
you
say, oh, where
funny.
you from? I say Nigeria. And then I get you need to know
Well,
everything.
they gonna have to do a history lesson. You know, I'm long winded when it comes to history. I'll get all into the history. The world sees America differently now.
Oh
I
yeah,
tell
definitely.
people I'm Nigerian for sure. They really do. Like, look, I'm like, let me trace all my roots and get to my roots so I can leverage my roots.
Yeah, people asking about food. Yeah, the food here is like real. Like they will. It's
The food is
way
so good.
more real here.
It don't make no sense how good it is.
Like it just tastes different. The beef, the chicken.
The portion sizes, the
Yeah,
price, $3 on lunch for a huge stack of vegetable noodle. Oh man, so good. Then they have those soups. Don't get me started on no Ethiopian food. That can be a little pricey if you're in Tanzania, but man, that Ethiopian food. Now we have not had West African food being on the east side. So somebody would have to open up. Look, where are my West African people that's gonna open their restaurants in East Africa or South Africa, Southern Africa? You left diamonds in Africa to work for white men. Now you're on YouTube crazy.
people is funny.
My ancestors were stolen. I didn't leave Africa no ways. They was kidnapped, stolen, raped, pillaged.
Yeah. Yes, family. Make sure you like the video. Leave us
Oh
questions because we're about
gosh.
to, you know, be getting off here. We appreciate everybody for tuning in. If you haven't subscribed yet, hit that subscribe button. You know, we love you all
Mm-hmm.
because it's a time like the time that we're in. We have to stick together even if we're not right next to each other.
Yeah. Oh, thank you guys for volunteering to be an admin. We're gonna make Bantu Lisa
I
an
don't know how to
admin.
do that,
I think you click on the name. I think I saw a way to do it before.
but
There we go. Thank you, Bantu Lisa. You are so helpful. Yeah, $3 for lunch. You know, that they be saying, inflation's everywhere to an extent, but not
yeah,
really.
and yeah, just like earlier, we was talking about how America is going to be like a third world country. That's literally what's going to happen. Just how here in Africa, it's very cheap and stuff because of the U.S.
Hmm.
dollar, but pretty soon it's going to be flipped because they say what bricks or whatever is going to be it's going to be 55 U.S. dollar to one brick. So that tells me like everything's about to be flipped. Like you're gonna be
Sooner or
in
later.
America paying these high prices, but here in Africa, it's gonna be, you're gonna be thriving.
The game field's going to be a little more level, but the
Yeah,
leverage would still be in leaving America because the hyperinflation is only going to increase. So if you're finding it unbearable and annoying now to deal with it, just wait 2 years and see what it's like in 2 years. Much love to you and give the children big hugs for us. Will do. Will do. Yeah, real food. Look, so good. Just delicious, affordable, not pumped with hormones. Ukraine is the last stand for America. They lost Crimea. Yeah, yeah, they are. That's really like America's
yeah,
trying to
that's
get
why
its
they
last leg.
they sending all that money and weapons to Ukraine. That's so crazy. He said,
They
yeah,
said they
just
sent another 23 billion.
that's so crazy to
That's
think
worse
about.
than Trump and the stimulus.
Wow.
And everybody's just like, well, we love America.
Yeah, that's really a lot to think about. Like
23, another 23 billion.
and then the president now Biden, his party don't even want him in there, and now he's like, maybe it is time for me to retire. Maybe I shouldn't run again. So they're looking for a new president to run or a new party member or something to run.
The vice president, Kamala.
Yeah, and they're not even respecting her. It is what I don't know. Well, hallelujah, I deal with here.
Kamala Harris with nutrients. Yeah, African food has so many nutrients. Oh, it just made me so happy the other day. I don't know if y'all watched the community tab of our channel, but I saw 8 cows in like the little, like I was on the roof overlooking the mountains and I looked down and saw these 8 cows right next to our yard. And it was just so cute. It reminded me of being in the mountains in Tanzania when we used to go in the village and all the cows would be there. It was just like a little farm vibe. So that made that was the highlight of my day. Maybe the highlight of my week, those cows, because they were like so fat. It was like a whole cow family.
Yeah.
There was a fat mom, fat dad, the little fat cows that were down there. Because we got a lot of nature, so they had a lot of food, and they went down the road, went to the next house, just roaming. Now you won't see that in America, and some people coming from America they hate that. Some don't. It really comes down to like, do you love the Most High's creation?
Yeah.
Or will you flip out if you see a goat or a cow or a chicken? There are roosters across the street. Like in the mornings, you can go out and they're just sitting there chilling, talking about rooster stuff. But American, but some Americans will see that and be like, "Oh my gosh, there's animals everywhere," and it's like, y'all, leave the American mentality behind. Okay, if you hate animals and nature, then you really need to check yourself and you need to pray because it's not making sense. It's not making no sense. But yeah, the cows were so cute. I just liked how fat they were because sometimes you'll see cows in Africa, or at least areas we've been, and some of them look hungry. But these ones, they were like well fed. I was like, oh, they're not missing no meals. And they were big too, they were huge. Have y'all got the cabin built yet? Finishing phases. We're taking a short break.
Yes, yeah,
I miss it up
we
there
was
though.
just talking about that today too. I just messaged our person in Tanzania, let him know, what's going on. But yeah, we about man, that's exciting to think about
Yeah.
early.
I can't wait to go back.
Yeah,
Because they have some good food up there too.
I'm telling you, the Most
You know,
High
I used
is
to love that
amazing.
food.
If you're not in His will right now, if you're not in tune with His Spirit and His Word, I'm telling you, He is really increasing His people. They really believe and stand on faith and standing
Yeah.
on His Word.
Yeah.
So, man, the
Yeah.
Most High is good. So all praises to the Most High Yahuwah.
Yeah. He's setting up the Josephs and Danielles. And you can only imagine these last days, people who have the faith are going to be needed. Like, so needed in these last days. When you have wars and rumors of wars and all of these different things going on, there's going to have to be a remnant that's going to stand on faith and stand on the promises and go back to the ancient path. And like it says in the word, inherit the old wasted places and rebuild them according to the Most High's ways.
Mm-hmm.
Bantu Lisa is on it. That's amazing. She's great. She said questions are fine and disrespect is not. See y'all later, guys. Exams. All right. Have a good week. Do well on your exams.
Hallelujah. I'm good.
Yep. All right, y'all. I think that is it. Yeah, until the next video.
Yes,
Like,
guys. Thanks for tuning in. We appreciate it. Um, Make sure you like the video, share, leave us comments, and hit us up. Asade, I hit me up on where do I see? Facebook Messenger. We can definitely talk about some things. Yeah, hallelujah.
shalom, shalom, fam. Be blessed, be peaceful, and be in a spirit of clarity.
Yes. Shalom, guys. Peace.